Hey, Melanie.
Hi, Joe.
Come in.
Why the puppets lament?
Okay, so it's about how we're locked into the mechanisms of our lives. We can't do what we're not built to do. So, in a way, we're all puppets of our own destiny, right? So all of these characters are puppets trying to fulfill their core motivations, and our lead hero is lamenting the fact that he doesn't want the job he's been given, and we don't want him to. We like the guy. We don't want him to be sad. You see?
Okay. Let's start off with the title. Pretentious, unmarketable. And to top it off, can you really look at me and tell me that you see a poster with the title, The Puppets Lament, on it? Did you make up quotes from critics?
Well, I wanted to get a jump on framing the narrative.
Oh. Okay, let's take quality out of the equation for a second and just focus on originality. Your story is about a taxi-driving sociopath who murders people with a rolling pin.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you there. Taxi Driver got 4 Oscar nominations, Melanie. 4. I mean, it's considered in the top 2, at least top 3 of Scorsese's career. Why risk new when I can just build on what works?
All right, just stop, okay? This is exactly why you're writing these shitty knockoffs you've been writing for the past 6 years. I mean, look at these posters. Jurassic Universe.
Oh my god, let's go faster.
Insect Man?
Fear my sting!
Alien Stalker. These are all third-rate, direct-to-Walmart knockoffs. When you called me and you told me you wrote something new, something original, I expected you to actually try.
The world building's gotta count for something, though, right?
Please don't use that term.
My agent says a script with good world building is 10 times more likely to sell.
Okay, well, your agent also thinks that the Sistine Chapel is some kind of dry martini. Joe, work with me here, okay? Your story ends with your hero being whisked away by aliens. Aliens that appear out of nowhere. Aliens that randomly show up on page
95?
Page 95!
It needs a twist. Look at The Sixth Sense. 6 Oscar nominations, $672 million worldwide.
Your twist is a cheat. A deus ex machina. A goddamn UFO appears and obliterates a sex trafficking organization and then blasts off into the fucking clouds.
I don't necessarily have to explain everything. I mean, Mission Possibly Really Hard sucked, and people loved it.
Get out of the way! Run! Run! You're gonna fucking die! There's a fucking fireball coming! Oh shit!
No, Joe, no one loved it.
Let's agree to disagree.
Fine.
What did you think of the hero?
What's with the rolling pin?
I've never seen a rolling pin wielding vigilante before.
Good.
And the villain? He was great, right?
Yeah.
You named your villain Jerry. You couldn't have picked a less menacing name.
I wanted to make a statement where true evil can have any name.
Also, he only appears in the first 2 acts while Jordan is dreaming?
Right. It's a metaphor.
For what?
Jordan's inner demons.
But he shows up for real in the end.
I'm sure they'll get it when they see it, though. I mean, it's a visual story.
Don't assume that your story makes sense because somebody uploads a 45-minute analysis to YouTube.
Christopher Nolan explored dreams and reality with Inception. Nominated for 8 Oscars, won for $828 million.
Nolan perfected that script over a period of 10 years.
Well, that's his fault. I don't need 10 years. I could have made 20 movies in that time.
You know what? This was a mistake. I thought that you didn't want to write movies like this anymore, but I can see that you've clearly learned nothing. You know, this right here, this complete lack of perception is exactly why I broke up with you in the first place.
I did really try with this one, Melanie. I only asked for your help because I trust you. You've made a name for yourself. You've got your shit together. I saw you won that Indie Ghost Award last year, or whatever.
Indie Spirit?
That's what I said.
Well, I mean, it's not like you've never won anything before.
I'm just not feeling like myself lately, Mel. I don't feel whole.
You're making good money. You know, you pay your rent with plenty left over. You've got steady gigs. Why the change?
It's nothing.
Okay, then why ask for my notes? You haven't done that in years, not since we were dating.
When I moved here, after college, I had one dream: to make movies. I didn't care if people liked them. I didn't care if they did well. I just wanted to make them. I'd hear writers talk about their pitch meetings at Paramount or their lunches with Netflix execs, and I'd be walking through the doors of Blood and Jugs Pictures. I mean, one of my first gigs was a comedy about dogs who secretly filmed their owners having sex. I had to write 3 more of those. Didn't care. They had their path, I had mine. I mean, I could bang out 2 scripts in a week and get paid for it. They'd work on a spec for 6 months, shop it around town, nothing but closed doors. Meanwhile, I'm cashing in checks for my voyeuristic dog sex franchise. Then I read that interview you did. Melanie Banks, Indie Wonder.
Last summer?
The part where they asked how you got your start. Fresh out of college, I wrote The Masks We Wear. Things really took off after that. You didn't even mention Werewolf Woods, our first script we wrote together. You're embarrassed by me.
Joe, that's not...
No, it's fine. You said it yourself. I'm the guy who writes the script that ends up at the bottom of a Best Buy bin.
Walmart.
Same thing.
I thought you didn't care about that.
But that interview really threw me for a loop. I started thinking, what's my legacy? You know, what will I be remembered for? Will I be remembered? I want to matter. I want to make a movie that people watch over a fine glass of wine, not a stale bag of popcorn. I want to make a film that people watch in theaters, not on the toilet. That's why I asked for your help. You're the best writer I know. If anybody can help me, it's you.
You need to drop the alien angle.
Okay.
And the who killed his wife mystery box is fun, but it's nothing we haven't seen before.
What if the twist was that he's secretly a superhero in hiding, and at the end, he looks at the screen and says,
First I pollinate, then I punish.
No, Joe, of course. No.
or what if he challenges Jerry to an arm wrestling contest to win back his honor? Or what if he's a sociopath obsessed with 80s music and he's secretly an axe murderer and...
Joe, honey.
God damn it, you're right, I'm fucking talentless. I'm pathetic. I even had a good idea since Zombie Blood Snatchers. Do you remember that afternoon back in college in the park?
When we finally cracked the idea for Werewolf Woods?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
Do you remember how we did it?
Yeah, we flipped the main characters and changed the story. It fixed everything.
Holy shit.
What?
Holy shit.
What, damn it?
I've got it.
Why am I scared?
Our hero is really the villain.
That's actually not bad.
We open with him in his apartment. A photo of a beautiful young woman hanging on his wall, and he's emotionless, you know, like Gosling in Drive, but with a hint of Cruise and Collateral, like anything could happen at any moment. So we follow him as he visits various thugs and lowlifes, asking where this guy like John is, and we can tell he's like an enforcer type guy.
And each sequence builds to some brutal kill of some kind, I'm assuming?
You know what I like.
Okay, but you need more than just kill scenes for a feature.
What about a son?
I mean, it's overused, but not necessarily a bad idea.
Think like Natalie Portman, Jean Reno type, Leon, 1994.
Stop doing that. So, Jordan is showing his kid the ropes?
Right, and we think it's because he's teaching him how to defend himself, but he's actually training his son to one day succeed him.
Yeah, this definitely gives you a better concept. But you do know that your dialogue it's shit.
Just fuck it. We'll fix it later, okay? Just bear with me. I haven't felt a spark like this in years. In fact.
Holy shit, Joe!
Don't worry, it's a broken prop from Captain Wilsada. See? It wasn't the only thing that didn't work on that movie. Here, get up. Come on, we're gonna act it out. So take it and
Yeah.
point it at me, okay? And start saying the lines on page 90.
Page 90.
Yeah.
Right here. Okay.
Yep,
Okay. You stole her from me.
No, sorry, I say that line. You stole it from me, you sick son of a bitch, and then you say the killer's lines. Because
Right,
remember, we're switching the roles, so.
Right. I did what was necessary. That bitch deserved to die.
And how could you take something so precious from this precious world?
What do you mean? Maybe change the adjectives there a little bit.
Say the next line.
Right. There's a lot about that whore that you didn't know. Seems a little bit misogynistic. Don't you?
He's a violent, murdering asshole training his son to kill, and you're concerned with being offensive? Next line.
Okay, she sold us out for drug money, got 2 people killed.
And how many people have you killed? Come on.
I'm sorry. Okay, there's not enough water in the world to wash away the blood on my hands.
Don't you find that hypocritical?
Seems like the wrong time to get into a philosophical tirade.
Just keep going.
Enough talk! Jordan approaches and presses his gun against his temple.
Please forgive me, I had no idea.
Begging won't save you now.
For a split second, a glint of remorse appears in Jordan's eyes.
But he pulls the trigger anyway, splattering his brains all over the floor. Do you want me to keep reading?
No, that's the alien part. So we follow the real killer as he wipes out all known witnesses that could implicate him in the woman's murder,
As he trains his son.
adding the nuance.
And we find out at the end that the last one on his list is the husband, the final target.
Who we thought was the killer the whole time.
So you got your twist?
Thank you, Mel. For a second there, I felt like we were back at that park in college. I missed this.
Me too.
What do you think the final shot should be?
Well, I think you have 2 options. A hopeless ending. Bittersweet, maybe. Or a hopeful ending. With a hint of redemption for him. What do you think?